I'm Danielle Fishel, and I'm coming up next on Loveline.
Loveline is meant for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content.
Loveline. Viewer discretion advised.
Good evening and welcome to Loveline. Tonight our special guest from Boy Meets World, Danielle Fishel. I am Diane Farr and here are the boys, Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Who's going to inherit Leo's throne? We'll find out in 17 magazine. Drew, you're on Sassy this month, aren't you?
No, I don't think so.
No, you're not?
No.
Oh, wait, that was Old and Boring. That's right. I got it confused with Sassy. That's different.
Although I see this issue has a best and worst section in it. Are you sure you're not in there?
I could be.
Let's go.
Okay.
It's been a long
What are we going to do? Welcome to Loveline. Hi, I'm Adam Carolla. It's Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew, board certified physician, Dixon medicine specialist. Diane Farr, wearer of funny sunglasses. And
Put those back on. I got to see this. That's
They're
bizarre.
fabulous.
Oh my God.
That works, baby.
Auntie the hair woman. It's acrylic paint on $5 glasses.
Oh, she did it. Oh, only
Isn't that
chicks
neat?
have that kind of energy. Do you know what I mean? Chicks. Well, think about it. When's the last time you did some decoupage or put together a nice scrapbook or stuck something onto a shoe? You know what I mean? Put studs in a jacket. That's chick stuff.
So we're going to go to the audience. Go to the phones.
That's right.
Via TV phones.
That's right. That's this thing.
I might go to the audience.
You may.
Somebody from the audience might join us.
If I have my way.
I know. God bless for being honest.
Okay, here's someone I met. Our guest who's going to be out here tonight, I met during the, what award did we get?
Shine
Awards.
We got the Shine Awards, yeah. I remember I was out of my mind, yelled there when I was real tired and everything. I met our guest, Danielle Fishel, out in the parking lot. And she said she was a fan of the show.
She didn't turn around or anything, scream.
No, I was all right back then. I got drunk later on. I think I got out of control. But anyway, Danielle will be out here from Boy Meets World in a couple of minutes. And I think she was a little bit surprised to find out that I watch the show religiously.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely do. She can quiz me on it when she gets out here. All right, Alex is 24 and he's on the phone. Alex?
Hello, Dr. Drew.
Alex.
Hello, Dr. Drew?
Yeah.
Yeah, here's my situation. I masturbate to porno movies, and I've been doing that for the past 2 years or so. And I'm finding that I think I'm becoming dependent on them because it's hard for me to reach orgasm without them now. And I found this out the hard way because over the summer I met this girl and we started having sex. She was the first girl I ever had sex with. And I was finding that it was hard for me to reach orgasm. And I found out it's because I'm so used to reaching orgasm from a porno movie.
How did you find that out?
If you had a guy like playing a strong bass lick, like next to you, I think you could do it.
You'd be okay.
That's the lick.
Not everybody watches.
Yeah, you know, porno music.
Not everybody watches 70s vintage porn.
Oh, really?
So,
Where the women were wearing like a raccoon down there in their crotch? Oh, yeah. That's back before
Hairstyles have changed.
Oh, they certainly have, yeah. Oh, yes. All right. Yeah, no. Drew, wasn't I just talking to you about this?
yes, this phenomenon.
Yeah, guys get so used to one sensation, meaning their own sensation, and their own positions and environment.
Masturbating, you're talking about.
Yeah, but not only that, but I'll give you an example. Let's say a guy masturbates in the shower. standing up in the shower, which I don't recommend because I've hit my head on the towel bar one too many times, and I can tell you it's not a good idea. But let's say a guy does it in the shower, and that's what he's used to. And he masturbates from the time he's like 14, you know, and then by the time he's 18, he gets a woman. But he's got 4 years under his belt, pardon the pun, of standing up in the shower. Now he's in a missionary position. He's on top of a woman. There's no smell of Prel in the air. There's no steam. There's no towel bar. He's laying down with his knees kind of bent. And all of a sudden, it's a totally different sensation that he's not really used to.
But you can work yourself off of that pretty easily, can't you? Like wean yourself out of...
No, it's more weaning into
the new one.
The new one.
Right, right.
Wouldn't it be good to spend some time mixing it up beforehand, though? Sometimes if you're doing the weaning with the partner may not hang around through all of the weaning process.
Tell them what you think. What do you think?
Doc, is there any hope for me?
Well, they're trying to give you some, Alex.
Okay, all right.
You got to shut the VCR off and start dealing with reality. The people that talk back are going to be much more difficult for a while.
But how does he, Adam, you tell him how to ease into that, into reality, from the porn.
Oh, I know. I was just looking at you. You look like Seika. What are you talking about? Reality.
Can he masturbate for a while without the porn to start off with and then work his way up into human being?
Well, how many women have you been with, Alex?
One.
Just as one?
Yep.
But you're with her now?
It was just a summer thing, my good man.
You don't have any relationships now?
Currently, no.
All right. He
right.
needs a relationship.
He's a screwball. Here's the deal. Stop whacking off so much.
Yeah,
and it'll give you the motivation to go out and meet somebody.
There you go.
But it is a sensation thing.
Yeah.
And you got yourself too used to this. You do what I do. You break it up. You do it standing up. You do it laying down. You do it in the neighbor's garden. You do it different paces, different positions.
Did you ever do it without porn, though?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
Oh, all right.
I'll do it without. I'll listen to talk radio.
Oh boy, Janet, what's going on?
Janet.
Hi. I am concerned with my husband's creeping scrotum. Sometimes it's there, and other times it's not. And sometimes it actually happens during sex. And I'm wondering if it's anything I should be concerned about.
Isn't that totally normal?
Yes, it's called the cremasteric response. The testes get pulled up into the abdomen, actually.
Okay.
And that's totally normal.
Okay. Well,
Did she say creeping scrotum?
I believe that's right.
Wait, is that what you tell your husband, that his testicles creep and you're worried about
no,
it?
it's just a term that
It's like something you'd find in the garden, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but could you
Look
imagine
at the
if
creeping
someone was
scrotum.
saying...
It's doing quite nicely. Made its way up the trellis.
You had one other question, Janet? What?
Actually, the reason I was so concerned is because we've been married 8 years, and I have medical problems of my own, but we have not been able to get pregnant. And his older brother had a birth defect that he is sterile. And I was wondering if anything like that would be something I need to be concerned with in the future.
Janet, why don't you have his sperm tested to see if it's even a consideration?
Well, to be honest, we were hoping that everything would occur naturally.
Yeah, it's 8 years though. It's time to take a look at it, all right?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, you need to, both of you need to see a fertility person. They probably do something called a hysterosalpingogram on you, where they sort of light up the tubes and make sure that they're open and functioning. They'll do a sperm evaluation on him. They'll do some...
I got to put jumper cables on your ass to get you to do it.
They'll advise you to do some sort of monitoring of your ovulatory cycles, and if that doesn't work, then get into sperm.
How do they light
testing
up your
stuff.
tubes?
They inject a dye into the cervix, lights everything up, and they take a picture.
You got to put it in the cervix?
You got to go into the vagina and then into the cervix.
It's way more information than we need to cover right now.
Oh, I am so...
I'm getting nauseous.
I was going to say I was so happy I didn't have a vagina, but now it'd actually be good to have one now, too. Well, I guess it's a double-edged sword, the whole vagina. I agree with Drew. But the cremasteric response, where the testes lift up, go back down, that's what happens, guys. You go into the cold water, the testes lift up, then you go jogging out in the hot August sun, and you come back, take a shower, and the you're dragging on the tile of the floor. Women don't understand. Men have this ability. Right, Drew?
It's quite a talent, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Our next guest is from Boy Meets World. Danielle Fishel is here. watch this show every Friday night because
we're home.
That's the nights we're home. We don't do the radio on Friday nights, and I watch the TGIF.
Thank you. You told me that when I met you in the parking lot, and I didn't believe you.
I know.
Weren't you running and then running away screaming at the time
No.
that occurred to you?
It was actually funny because they told me backstage that you mentioned that I met you in the parking lot. I'm like, did he say what I said to him? Because I just walked up to him and said, hey, I love you. Didn't even say my name. I'm just like a big fan of you guys. So.
Oh, nice.
I was kind of like the stalker in the parking lot.
I'm a big fan of the show. I like it because it's nice, it's funny, and it's
You don't have to think.
Just relax and enjoy. You know that's my policy.
Friday, especially.
Friday nights.
Yes.
We just want to watch. We don't hear anybody with any real problems.
No.
We don't want to see anybody
talking
getting
cats.
emergency tracheotomy. We don't want any talk. We like a talking.
We want the talking
We want the
cat.
talking cat. We want the kids with the problems, but not real problems.
Not real
Just
problems.
nice
Not heavy problems.
But you're way too good looking for that boyfriend of yours. I want you to dump him.
Ben is beautiful. I think he's a very good-looking guy.
He's a fine actor and everything, but you're too good looking to him, and it sends the wrong message to other kids. No, it's true, because they watch the show, they think they can get a date with someone beautiful like Danielle, and then the harsh, cold reality sinks in.
This is
Not in
close to
high
home
school.
for you.
It's not personal.
Isn't it?
Or in college.
Yeah,
A little close to home.
Yeah, but you met him in
I met
high
him in
school.
like the sandbox, actually.
Right. He shouldn't have been able to land a babe like you. I'm saying that's a dangerous message.
Adam had a
thank you for the
problem
compliment.
in high school, not assuming you could live out these fantasies, but not being able.
We have like the same hair.
Well, don't you get babes now?
Well, I'm a big star.
Okay.
All right, let's go to some questions. We got a Loveline Rewind to start with. It aired in November '98. For your Lovecast was up, AJ was the caller.
Like 5 minutes?
Recently, I've been invited to a family barbecue, and I just got out of college. And one of my former friends came with me, and my uncle caught us kissing at the barbecue. Now, my family knows nothing about me. Now, besides
Wait,
About
AJ.
being gay?
Are you saying gay?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And ever since my uncle caught me and my friend, he's been hitting on me, and he's been making it so that if I don't comply with his, sexual demands, he's going to help me to my family, and I don't know what to do.
He needs to develop a very supportive network of gay friends who know him for who he is, who can support him and help him deal with the feelings of having a family that's so abusive and abandoning, and then take a big step away from your family and develop a life elsewhere. And deal with them on the only terms you can. Because I really, sometimes honesty can result in violence in some families that are really sick.
Right.
And this may be one of those kinds of families.
All right, AJ's on the phone. Just a quick note for the producers. Do you think you work a joke into one of those rewinds?
That's so they're clipped out carefully.
Like a mute. I never say anything on those things.
That's why I always go,
Could they be representative of a
No.
sample of the show? No.
Just work one of my fabulous jokes into one of those things for a change.
Make one up.
AJ,
Yeah.
They
what
cut
happened?
them out. Is the problem.
Well, since the last time I called the show, I had to go and babysit. I couldn't get out of it, and I ended up having sex with him.
your uncle.
your uncle?
Yes. He married into the family. It's not blood.
AJ, you believe that he would sort of rat you out, tell you? I mean, he's the one with everything to lose, not you.
Lay it out for. I mean, I know we just did, but AJ called a few months ago, and his uncle found out
That he's gay.
that he's gay, and either he was going to have to have relations with his uncle, or his uncle was going to rat him out.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And you had sexual relations with your uncle.
Why is it such a big deal if your uncle rats you out? Why is it such a huge deal?
Well, because I have a very biased family towards that subject.
A violent family, he said. They would really potentially hurt him physically.
You're 23. You don't live at home, right?
Well, I just got out of college. Yes, I do.
Okay.
I haven't been able to start my career just yet.
You got to get out of there, AJ. I mean, this is a mess.
Yeah, well, I'm working on it. Well, what happened was I did sleep with him, and I ended up telling my boyfriend, and they had a fight on the front lawn. So now my family's questioning what's going on, and now I'm just like avoiding all contact with him, and I'm trying to work on getting my boyfriend to trust me again.
All right, well, hold on a second.
AJ.
AJ slept with him, and that means there's something terribly wrong with you, AJ.
Yes, that's right.
What's up with you? I
Well-
mean, that's ridiculous, right?
Well, I mean, I feel bad about it, but at the same time I don't because he married into the family. It's not like he's blood. So.
Yeah, but
You're trying to say that you got bullied into this. You'd have to have a lot of experience at being bullied to go this route.
yeah,
get inducted into
we're saying if you really
this
didn't want to sleep
lifestyle?
with the guy, you wouldn't have slept with the guy.
Are we right?
Yeah.
So you wanted to sleep with him.
Well, kinda. I was attracted to him, but.
All right. All right. So it's a different story, AJ.
Right.
It's a very different
Kinda
story.
changes things.
Were you ever victimized
Yeah.
before
No.
this?
Oh, come on.
Come on.
Hey,
Something.
something
lied.
happened to you.
Something got you going there, didn't it?
To need this kind of chaos? Nobody ever physically abused you when you were younger?
No.
You're horrible. The family's going to kick your ass, finds out you're gay, never kicked your ass before, just for anything else?
No.
All right.
Well, what?
Well,
what?
what?
Tell us
Well,
what.
I mean, I had a cousin that came out, and I witnessed them, like kind of tear into him for a while, but nothing's happened to me.
That when you were a child, nobody ever spanked you or...
Oh, yeah, my father spanked me, of course.
It's not of course. People got to get over that idea, of course. Did he ever use something to hit you? Like
Extension cord.
Okay. AJ, that's overt physical abuse, okay? Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, you have a violent, physically abusive family. That's what you think of your primary relationships. That's a profound violation of your trust by your parents. And then, how old were you when you started having sexual relations?
12.
12. Okay, and that with a how old a person?
He was 16.
Okay, and that's sexual abuse at 12. Okay, that 16-year-old is an abuser, and you were a perfect victim because your parents have been victimizing you physically over and over again. And that's why all this chaos, and that's why all these inabilities to maintain boundaries, and that's why all this inability to have real intimacy. Okay?
Okay.
So it's not just about having a family who can't accept your sexual orientation. It's the bigger picture of a violent history, abusive history, and very dysfunctional relationships
All right,
in the
so
present.
try to work out some of these issues and try not to get caught up in the dramatics of the day, the uncle, the sex, the blackmail.
Yeah.
It's like the world turns here, except for they used to straight people in that because it turns people on more. They should be a gay soap. Is there a gay soap?
Sure.
There's gay characters on soaps. They just don't ever show them doing
They don't
anything
show them getting it
intimate.
on?
An old boyfriend of mine played a gay character on a soap for 3 years and never, ever touched or kissed anyone.
Oh, really? We're all right with the chicks as a society.
That's the funnier thing, right?
Haven't quite made it to the guys yet. Think about it. Come on.
Stop that.
All right,
Beautiful
Sherry.
thing with the ladies.
On the phone.
Sherry?
Yeah.
He's going to get
About
lynched on the way
3
home.
years ago, my husband decided that it'd be fun if we brought another guy in for a threesome. So he brought in a guy that I've cared about since we were in high school together. And we've had several threesomes, and my feelings grew and changed over this period for this guy. I told my husband about this, and he became furious. He forbid me to see this guy.
Oh, the temerity. Can you believe it? This is an outrage. Jerry? Did you put it on hold?
No, not yet.
No. He didn't. Drew did the hold fakey move there. Yeah, so you're into this guy now, right?
Yes.
What
All
to
right,
do?
and your husband's freaked out.
Yeah, he did.
Okay. And you have some kids?
Yes.
All right, fantastic. That's a good look. They should really put a brochure right there at the hospital so they can grab it on the way out.
The American dream right there,
Don't
boy.
bang other guys with your husband. It has some effect on the child. All right, we'll take a little break. Drew will go in the audience, and then we'll come back.
If you have a question for Loveline, you can call us 24 hours a day. 323-520-LOVE. Long distance charges may apply.
More Loveline with Danielle Fishel. Boy Meets World, Friday nights at 8:30, ABC.
You would know. You watch. I am so impressed.
That TGIF Friday. That's what I watch.
He props it out all the time, even when the guests are from like another network.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's my show. That's my wheelhouse.
Aw.
Drew is out in the audience. Sherry's on the phone. Has 28. Has a kid or two. Had a threesome. Husband wanted a threesome. So they brought in a guy that Sherry had known for a while.
Since high school.
Since high school. May have had some feelings for at some point. And then they all got into it.
So many
Lo and
lessons.
behold.
I mean, so many great lessons in this particular story. One is that typically women develop feelings for somebody that they're physically intimate with, number one. Number two, bringing another person into an intimacy that's already established will destroy that intimacy or take away from it. I mean,
doesn't it kind of sound like he was almost testing her too? He brought in somebody she knew that she had feelings for.
Guys are the ones that create these women rarely suggest the threesome, especially in an established, stable relationship. But guys seem to think that that fantasy can be somehow lived out and the relationship remain.
But there's another issue also. She's saying my husband came up with the idea that he wanted to have a threesome.
Sherry? Mm-hmm. All right, so you had the threesome a number of times with the guy.
Yes.
Would your husband and he engage in any activity?
No.
They just sort of take turns with you, right?
Yeah.
And you started to like this guy more.
Yeah, I did.
Now your husband's upset.
Very.
Are you still seeing the guy?
Yes.
Wait a minute.
And now he's issuing...
When you started this, did you want to do this, or your husband wanted to do this?
Well, my husband wanted to do it. I freaked out, and he kind of coaxed me into it.
So you went into this saying, I don't want to do this?
Well, it was okay until we actually went to do it, and then I panicked.
Here's the thing that doesn't sound right to me. You agreed to do this. You wanted to do this. Then when you got there, you panicked?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think Sherry has any idea of who she is or what she wants.
No, of course not.
This has nothing to do with either guy whatsoever.
Well, it's like being codependent. I mean, she just is pleasing this guy, and that's all she was into. And of course.
So what are you doing over there?
Let's talk to some audience members.
Well, hurry up.
I think that ultimatums in any relationship, you're just asking for a fiasco to occur. And I think she needs to split both guys off and find out who she is.
So, in both relationships.
Well, I think she should go with the new guy because obviously she's had feelings for him since high school, and they're just not working with her husband. They're never going to work, you know, obviously after what has happened. So I think she should try something new and see if she can survive that way.
What are the odds going to be that she can survive with this guy after the whole experience? I don't think she has a chance with either one of them.
She can't survive with anybody because she's screwed up. And her husband's a screwball, too. Your husband's got some serious issues, Sherry.
Well, so does the other guy.
You got some serious issues for marrying the guy. And the third guy's got some at least minor issues.
What about the kids?
Well, this guy is demanding that I make a choice between him and my husband.
All right, make a choice. Keep your family together on behalf of your kids and try to work on that relationship. You're going to make the same mistake with this guy. Are they both alcoholics, just out of curiosity?
No, neither one of them.
Neither of them use drugs or alcohol?
No.
And no one ever hit you or beat you or molest you, ever?
No.
Huh?
Just throw that stuff out there.
Well, it's usually something happened to Sherry. You don't do this. All right. Well, why are you making such sort of borderline retarded decisions as a 28-year-old? You know what I mean? I mean, why? What happened to your judgment? You just watched too much TV growing up, or why is your judgment so bad?
Did you not think that this was going to affect your marriage, or did you not think that it was going to? I mean, did you think it was going to go smoothly and everything was going to be great? And I don't know how.
She didn't think at all. It was just the husband forcing her into it.
And now the other guy is demanding
the same thing
that
from the other guy.
makes a decision.
Sherry, your mom. You take care of your kids.
Yes.
And stop worrying about you know, the husband. This husband's going to be a father to these kids. This guy's a pain in the ass. The whole. I really. You know, it's time for me to go on one of my strafing missions, right?
Get your strike force out. Yeah.
Yeah. And what I want to do is, when I'm in power, I'm going to use the military on my citizens. Target areas like this, low flyby. You know those bombs they use in Vietnam, the ones that just burn the whole neighborhood? I'll just take out whole neighborhoods.
Oh, you've got my vote. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You'll be in my bunker.
Can I go?
You'll be my personal towel girl. Let's start you, towel girl. We'll see how things go. We'll move you up. Right, Drew?
Let's go to the VTV, shall we?
Play your cards right, Drew. We'll hit your neighborhood. Devin is over there. Devin is, what is Devin? It's a girl.
My boyfriend uses steroids, and he's been having a hard time performing sexually. Do you have any suggestions? I was thinking maybe we should try Viagra.
Oh, boy. Devin.
Have you guys been living under a rock for like 12 years?
No, not really.
I mean, why is he on steroids?
I don't know anyone that doesn't believe that steroids will cause this problem.
No, she knows it does.
But that's not an option to stop the steroids?
Is he coming on and off the steroids? Is he cycling?
He was on them a while ago. He got off them, and he's back on now. He's trying to get big, trying to get into doing the bodybuilding thing again.
Aren't you concerned about his health?
Oh, I am, but there's nothing I can do. I'm not his mom.
Is he physically abusive to you at all? Because I know guys that are on steroids and they're nuts.
They get very aggressive.
Like crazy, like,
yeah.
Is he like that at all?
Yeah, like the teacher in Boy Meets World, the old guy.
Yeah, Mr. Feeney.
He's on the juice. Mr. Feeney, have you seen him? He has a rage simplex.
Complex.
That too.
Oh, maybe he has NRS.
Yeah. What was that? I know
Nipple rage syndrome.
Nipple rage syndrome. It's something I invented a few shows ago.
All right.
God, Diane remembers the joke I spoke.
I know. Can't remember one joke you've ever uttered.
No. They're all funny, I'll tell you.
Devin, look, do you understand the medical consequences of using steroids?
I do.
Okay, liver disease, kidney disease, strokes, heart disease, right? Heart failure, personality changes, mood disturbances, suicide. It's a form of addiction. There's a tremendous cross-addiction with stimulants and steroids. And this is a profound medical problem. And just to stay focused on his erectile function misses the bigger picture. If he is on heavy cycles of large doses, it is reasonably probable that he'll have erectile dysfunction the rest of his life, depending how long he takes this stuff for. And when he comes off it, his libido will be off. It's a big mess.
And it'll never get back to being normal.
So in many cases, it never goes back to normal.
But what if he took the Viagra?
The Viagra
on top of it?
could potentially restore some function. Again, you're talking about using a medicine to treat a drug use.
That can be
This is not,
prevented,
the steroids are not medication. They're not making him more healthy. It's substance abuse. Okay?
And we're talking about a drug
They're putting his life in danger.
That's been around for like 15 minutes, and no one knows the ramifications of yet linked
We
with...
really don't know. Maybe there'll be long-term effects of Viagra, whereby when that wears off, there'll be no ability to
Or the
have
combination
spontaneous
of the
erection.
two will just be horrible. I mean,
Right. You need the steroids
That's
and the
what I mean.
Viagra.
So we're worried about him, all right? Please look.
That's all you need, some guys all freaked out on steroids chasing you around with 8-foot.
Is that all you need?
That's all I need.
Okay.
That's all I need. It's going to be an episode of Boy Meets World, though.
Let's go to the oven.
Hey, why don't you get us on that show?
you guys are more than welcome.
Oh, really?
Seriously, we
How
can
do we
work
be
you
in the audience? I mean, we want to be in the show.
Anytime.
Really?
Yeah.
We ask every guest. They always give us the same answer.
No, I'll give you
Anytime you
numbers.
like.
I'll give you numbers.
Numbers won't help.
They should call us.
Yeah.
All right, I'll have them call you.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you're a big
Yeah,
star. I
I'm a
forgot.
big star.
I
Remember
forgot.
that? How
Jenny
soon
and-
they forget.
Jenny and Mars, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, what's going on there?
Okay. I moved into a dorm room, and my roommate and I decided to set some ground rules. And one of the rules was that we weren't going to have sex with our boyfriend when the other one was in the room. And recently, my boyfriend...
Nice theory.
Yeah, so, my boyfriend and I have been sleeping in the dorm room, and her boyfriend will come home constantly.
Like really late, like just like at 3 o'clock in the morning, and think that we're asleep, but they make a lot of noise.
And they start having the sex, and it's just like loud. And then they'll start, like taking showers and like walking around the room naked, and it's really, really uncomfortable.
Okay.
And I'm not exactly sure how to address this problem.
Okay.
Hey, Mars.
What's up?
Do me a favor and just yell Rock Lobster.
Rock Lobster!
All right. I thought he sounded like the B-52 guy.
You're wrong.
Is that him?
No.
All right. We're going to take a little break, and then we'll come back, and we'll get to Jenny and Mars and their dilemma.
I'm Kathy Griffin. You are watching Loveline on MTV. Because it ain't Lifetime.
You can email us your questions at loveline3@aol.com. Please include your phone number.
Danielle Fishel's here from Boy Meets World, Friday nights. 8:30, ABC.
Thanks for the plug.
TGIF. That's what they should do it. Yeah, I'd really put a point on it.
I'll pass that along.
TGIF. Well, all right. Now, where the hell were we? Jenny and Mars are back there in the Easy Bake Oven.
And their roommates, her roommate has sex in there.
And not only that, they're sort of parading around in the nude.
Middle of the night. Middle of the night. You guys, have you mentioned anything to them?
We kind of like make kind of like references.
You guys have, instead of discussing this and asserting your feelings, you stewed about it.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, Jenny, you're just furious.
Yeah, well, it's really embarrassing. I see her on campus and we walk around and I see her and like, it's just so embarrassing.
I understand that it's sort of a violation of the trust that
Yeah,
you guys
big
established,
time.
but you should have talked about this a long time ago.
Yeah.
Now you're so worked up about it and angry. It's going to be really hard to bring it up. You feel violated. And,
Couldn't you bring it up even jokingly, like, "Hi, can you not walk around the room naked?"
They could have.
You know?
It's too late. It's too late.
I kind of tried that because like the most recent one was like the extreme one when I kind of woke up when they decided to dance like around like naked after the shower.
Hey, Mars, what are you complaining about? You kidding? There should be some kind of tip bucket next to her bed. What's up with you, Mars? You don't like naked girls? Or what's up with that?
Because I didn't get to see her. I saw her boyfriend.
Mars, don't you have a room in college?
Yeah.
Why don't you guys go over to the planet Mars and take an orbit
it's a
around
great universe over there, but you know.
Well, you know, I mean, I don't want to have to feel uncomfortable in my own room. I mean, that's basically
understand.
Exactly. This is between Jenny and her roommate. You guys need to sit down again and reestablish the ground rules. You're going to have to put aside all the anger that you've accumulated from this and really have a direct, assertive discussion with her without letting it blow up into an opportunity for you to ventilate all these frustrations you have. Just get back to the basics, which are, hey, what's your roommate's name? Jenny? All right, whatever it is. Susie, here are the ground rules. We've got to get back to this because it's really difficult to live in this environment the way things are.
Yeah.
And if she can't live with that, you have an RA or somebody, some other authority that you can turn to help establish order again.
All right, you two.
Okay?
All right, thanks.
All right.
We got people with real problems. Now, here's the problem. The problem is you don't confront people when you should confront people. Some time goes by. You get a little head of steam.
Yeah.
You think to yourself, okay, I'm gonna bring them in. We're gonna sit down and have a nice civil discussion. We're gonna talk it out. I'm gonna make my point. And they say, okay, bitch. That's what you start with. And whoa, where's that coming from? And then before you know it, you're locking antlers. Yes. Try to be civil.
She will be defensive if you're angry.
Elizabeth is on the phone.
Hi.
Hey.
Well, recently I had a bunch of friends over at my house, and we were all drinking, and one of my friends was completely wasted, and she performed oral sex on one of the guys right in front of us. And next morning she asked me what happened, and I told her she kissed him, and that was all I said. And I was just wondering if she could not remember something like that.
Oh, sure.
And if I should tell her to.
Look, if she was in a blackout, sure. I mean, understand, blackout, when people drink a lot and they black out, it doesn't mean they're passed out.
Yeah.
It means they have no ability to remember the behaviors. The memory function is impaired, not their level of consciousness. Okay? Now, if she has blackouts and she's drinking excessively and having consequences, that suggests she may be an alcoholic.
Yeah.
And she needs to be alerted to the consequences that are manifesting from her alcohol use. And I think you owe it to her to tell her what happened.
How many? Well, you owe it. You could have stopped her then. There,
Well, I
Elizabeth.
was kind of drunk then, too, so, you know.
I really think you should tell her.
Oh, you got to tell her.
This will be torturous if she hears this somewhere
Well,
else.
also, it's part of the consequences of her alcoholism, and she needs to begin to understand that she has to do something about that.
How many people were there?
About 10 or 15.
Wow.
Danielle, what do you think?
Tell her.
Tell her?
I can't imagine. If she finds this out from somebody else and she knows that you know, and it came from somebody else, that's going to be horrible.
Yeah, somebody's going to say something.
Oh, yeah.
And she's probably going to need some shoulder to cry on when she understands this, and it'll be better if she hears it from you.
Guys and girls sitting around there?
Yeah.
The guy was probably stone cold sober, too.
Yeah.
Just got off work. Hey, everybody. Look, I'm getting
Oh, man.
Guys do not have to be drunk for this. Believe me, he was not in a blackout state, was he?
No.
No. All right. You're all standing around watching, huh?
Yeah. Well, we were all.
Where's this
You guys are great
I gotta get by
friends.
that.
Sisterhood.
This is
Take
my
care of
kind
your
of town.
girlfriend.
So what do you think they got on the sign
You guys weren't
when you
all in
enter?
blackout. Somebody had to have thought
they
this
were
isn't
like
right.
drunk. It was one of those mob mentalities, you
And
know.
all the guys, we would not expect them to behave responsibly, drunk or otherwise.
No, and if one guy started
girlfriend
popping off, people, let's take a look at what we're doing. He would have got his underpants yanked so far up his crack, he would have never got him back again.
All right, let's go to an email.
Please.
Here we go. This is an email. It's from
really read it right.
Alvarez. This is the best I can do, Adam. He's from New York, and he says, I have this really weird fetish. Whenever I have sex with a girl, I have to watch her urinate. I usually make them pee on a towel next to my bed or in the shower. If they don't do this for me, I can't get turned on or I can't climax. He's on the phone.
Now, here we got a
But we have to go to a break.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
I can't wait, Drew. I got to talk to him.
All right.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just selling the TV. You know good TV. Going to a break, and then we'll come back.
If you have a question for Loveline, we will pick up the phone if we haven't frozen to death. You can call 24 hours a day, 323-520-LOVE. Long distance charges may apply.
More Loveline with Danielle Fishel. Boy Meets World. Friday night. All right, now, when we left off, Drew, we're going to go to the phone. You just read the email.
The email from Alvarez.
Alvarez can only function sexually when there's sort of urine
in the room.
In the room.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So do you get turned on when you see like a dog urinating? Is it like a urine
I think
thing?
everyone likes
Nah,
that.
not at all. Not at all. Only female.
Only female dogs?
Right.
How do you get these women to do this? Because it doesn't seem like it'd be something they'd volunteer.
I'll tell them about my fetish, and like I'll say 4 to 5 out of 10 will do it.
Do you tell them before you take them home or you're home? I mean, are these girlfriends or are these people you're meeting at a bar and taking home? Or people
Girlfriends.
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 And they know about this before they have their first sexual experience with you?
Yeah.
They know about beforehand.
I'd be out of there. I'd be bye. I'm leaving.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you're a big star. You wouldn't put up with that.
I'm a little star. I wouldn't put up with it either.
No,
Not in his lifetime.
All right, so they urinate, and you get excited by that, and then you have sex?
Right.
It's a true fetish because he can't function without it.
But is that how you achieve your erection?
I can achieve erection,
Can't climax.
but in order to climax, I have to really concentrate or think about that.
But you
or
have,
see it actually happen.
but you climax sometime later.
Right.
Right, but you have that image of them ruining a beach towel.
Exactly.
To put you over the top.
Are humans not amazing creatures?
Oh, goodness.
Where do you think this came from?
When I was like 4 or 5 years old, a neighbor female did that in front of me.
And under some sort of sexually provocative circumstance?
No, just like playing house or whatever.
Do you remember the circumstance?
Yes.
And it was stimulating to you sexually?
Right.
4 or 5?
Okay.
Not at that point, but it stuck in my mind and came to me later.
But isn't this a huge thing for getting past it if he knows what it came from?
A huge step, even if he knows the origins of it.
Yeah.
So would you like to... Drew has this theory, unfortunately, is that once you have a fetish, it's burned in.
It's hard, yeah. It's hard to get rid of it. But they are ways of distancing yourself from your partner. It's a way of avoiding establishing real, true intimacy. Have you had a long-term relationship?
Yes.
And was the relationship good?
Towards the end, not so healthy.
Okay. I mean...
It's not my only fetish, but it's a pretty strong one right now.
What's the other? It's a good thing she didn't go number 2.
Oh, no.
What are the other fetishes?
Oh, like foot fetish, buttocks fetish.
So you were sort of prone.
All guys have the buttocks fetish.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But you were sort of prone to that.
That's not a fetish. I got that.
Yeah.
Whatever I got's not a fetish.
Yeah, but this
That
sounds
much.
like objectification. It's just specific little things that are going to get him. It's not dealing with a human.
That's right. It's a way of avoiding those overwhelming feelings of all kinds of fearful feelings that young children, boys particularly, have about their mom and women, and it gets translated in their adult relationships. But I mean, if he's able to have stable relationships, if he has a partner that's able to put up with this, That may just be the way to land for
try
him.
it, or am I just saying like
Try what?
try to start a relationship and bring none of this in?
He should try, absolutely.
Slowly,
and if he can tolerate it, the relationship could be of a better quality, but he may not be able to tolerate it.
I've done that for a while, and then it'll come out just like talking about fetishes or something. It'll come out later.
Eventually.
And I've never had like a shocking response, just maybe some embarrassment.
Well, maybe try withholding the fetish and see if you can develop more in the relationship and really focus on the relationship and focus on the intimacy.
This goes back to the same thing. At some point, someone is going to offer an alcoholic a drink, no matter how long they've been sober. You still have to say no if you don't want to do this.
So.
All right. And, you know, this could progress into her whizzing on him.
Oh, I'm sure that's part of his deal.
I think it's part of the deal?
Yeah.
Whiz on? It sounds like a French name, that Alvarez. All right, well, I'm confused. Drew?
Yes.
Why don't you hold our book up?
Yes.
This book should really become, this is the new Bible. I like to call it the new Bible. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I think one of my titles for this book was the New Testament.
That's right.
I like the
What's wrong
picture.
Oh, yeah, it's a fine picture. No makeup.
Actually, the picture on the back is
Oh, the one on the back. Yeah, that's
That's great.
his wife. Yeah. Can we get a? There. All right. Oh. There it is. You see him? Yeah.
That's a great picture.
All right, we're giving that to you.
Thanks.
We want you to share it with your friends on the set of Boy Meets World, everybody. Friday night, 8:30, ABC. Thank you very much for doing our show, Danielle. And until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew and Diane Park saying mahalo.
Loveline is a Stone Stanley production. Yeah.
Cool.